The movie begins with John Creasy, shown in Mexico, visiting an old friend named Rayburn. Creasy used to be one of the best members of the Special Forces, assigned to track down and eliminate high-profile targets such as leaders or generals. He had served in various countries, and his abilities were beyond question. Now, he has quit killing and resigned from his job. Meanwhile, two people are seen having a conversation, Samuel Ramos and Jordan Calfus. Ramos is a wealthy automotive businessman in Mexico, while Jordan Calfus is his lawyer. They are discussing the declining market conditions, the family debts that Ramos inherited, and the increasing number of kidnappings happening in Mexico. As known, Mexico is one of the most dangerous countries in the world, where kidnappings, drugs, and even murders are common occurrences. From this conversation, it becomes clear that Ramos is looking for a bodyguard for his daughter. Through Rayburn, Creasy gets an opportunity to become the personal bodyguard of Ramos's child. Creasy is then interviewed by Ramos. Ramos is impressed by Creasy's long military experience, but he dislikes Creasy's bad drinking habit. Creasy is then taken to Ramos's house, where he is introduced to Ramos's wife, Lisa Ramos. Lisa immediately accepts Creasy and feels he is the right person to protect her daughter. Creasy then meets Pita Ramos, a cheerful and intelligent little girl whom he will be guarding. Pita gives Creasy a tour around the house and shows him his room. After their first meeting, Pita grows fond of Creasy and tells her mother that she feels a deep sadness within him, like a big bear who is hurting. Pita even names her favorite teddy bear, Creasy Bear. The next day, Creasy begins his work. He drives Pita to school. During the trip, Pita tries to get close to Creasy by asking him some questions. However, Creasy reacts coldly, shutting down all her attempts with blunt answers, saying he's only there to do his job, not to chat. This leaves Pita feeling sad. When they return home, Lisa asks Creasy how his first day went with Pita. Sensing where the conversation is heading, Creasy firmly replies that he was hired to protect, not to be Pita's friend. That night, as on many other nights, Creasy is tormented by his past. He regrets everything he did when he was still an active assassin in the military. He cannot count how many lives he has taken. He wonders whether God will ever forgive him. Unable to sleep, he turns to alcohol again. Creasy then picks up a single bullet he always keeps, the one he plans to use when he decides to end his life. But when he finally pulls the trigger, the gun jams and doesn't fire. In the pouring midnight rain, he walks outside and calls his friend Rayburn, asking if a bullet could really jam like that. Rayburn tells him it's nearly impossible, like 1 in 1,000. From her upstairs window, Pita silently watches Creasy standing alone in the rain, consumed by sadness. The next morning, Creasy drives Pita to swimming practice while her mother goes to the salon. On the way, Creasy notices a suspicious car following them and writes down the license plate number. Later, as Pita practices swimming for an upcoming competition, Creasy discovers why she always fails to place in the top 3. Although her swimming skills are excellent, she reacts too slowly at the start because the gunshot sound scares her. Creasy then starts training her daily to overcome this fear and improve her speed. With regular practice under Creasy's guidance, Pita's performance improves dramatically until the day of the competition arrives. Since both of her parents are away on business, Creasy accompanies her. Thanks to their hard work, Pita wins the race and takes first place. As time passes, the bond between Creasy and Pita grows stronger. For the first time in years, Creasy smiles and laughs, something he hasn't done in ages. It seems he has found a light in his life again. At this point, Creasy starts to rediscover happiness and the will to live. He stops drinking and gives up on trying to kill himself. All of this happens because of one cheerful little girl named Pita. One day, Creasy drives Pita to her piano lessons at her father's request. Pita doesn't really enjoy piano, she prefers swimming, but her father insists. While waiting outside, Creasy senses something is wrong. 2 police cars block the entrance to the building, and he spots the same car that followed them a few days earlier. His suspicions prove right. When Pita exits the gate after her lesson, the car approaches her. Immediately, Creasy fires his gun into the air. Pita understands his signal and starts running. But chaos ensues. The kidnappers manage to grab her while Creasy is overwhelmed. Pita cries as she's taken away, and Creasy is left severely wounded. Following the incident, Creasy is hospitalized and held in police custody for killing 2 police officers and being involved in the kidnapping case. A press conference is held by the police, a staged act by corrupt officers. Among those watching are journalist Mariano Garcia and police detective Manzano, who both know the truth. The kidnapping ring involves corrupt cops. At the Ramos residence, Samuel and Lisa grieve deeply over their daughter's abduction. Lieutenant Victor Fuentes from the Anti-Kidnapping Division also arrives at their house. Soon after, the kidnappers call, demanding a ransom of $10 million. They provide instructions for the exchange. The ransom drop proceeds as instructed, but during the handover, a third party sabotages the exchange, steals the money, and kills the kidnapper's nephew. Enraged, the kidnapper calls Ramos, accusing him of betrayal and declaring that negotiations are over, meaning Pita is dead. Desperate, Lisa grabs the phone and begs for another chance to negotiate, but the kidnapper coldly tells her it's too late. Back at the hospital, Manzano and Rayburn secretly extract Creasy and move him to a safe location. After killing 2 corrupt officers, the hospital is no longer secure. Manzano shows Creasy several photos of suspects, but none are familiar to him. He explains that these corrupt police belong to an organization called La Hermandad, a criminal police syndicate operating throughout Mexico. Once he recovers, Creasy visits the site of Pita's kidnapping, where journalist Mariano meets him and offers his help, promising access to all his information and resources. Creasy then returns to Pita's room to pack his things and finds her teddy bear and diary. Lisa enters the room, and Creasy tells her that he will kill everyone involved in Pita's abduction. His vengeance begins. He prepares weapons and equipment, using the license plate he noted earlier and the help of Mariano and Manzano to find his first target, Jorge Ramirez, a corrupt police officer and member of La Hermandad. Creasy captures Ramirez and interrogates him. When Ramirez refuses to talk, Creasy begins torturing him, cutting off his fingers one by one and slicing his ear. Finally, Ramirez confesses that the mastermind behind the kidnappings is known as the Voice. Ramirez only took orders from the Voice's subordinate, a nightclub bouncer. Once Creasy gets what he needs, he executes Ramirez with a bullet to the head and lets his car explode. Next, Creasy heads to the nightclub mentioned by Ramirez. There, he captures 3 of the Voice's henchmen. The place also serves as a temporary holding area for kidnapped victims before they're moved elsewhere. Initially, the men refuse to talk, but Creasy shoots them one by one until they finally cooperate. He obtains an ATM card used to receive funds from the Voice, which could be used to trace him. He also learns that the ransom exchange should have gone smoothly, but someone sabotaged it and stole the money. The sabotage was ordered by the head of La Hermandad, none other than Lieutenant Victor Fuentes from the Anti-Kidnapping Division. Creasy also finds a kidnapped girl in the club and rescues her before blowing the entire place up. He then gives the girl and the ATM card to Mariano, asking him to investigate the transactions and gather all information about Fuentes. Mariano reveals that Fuentes is the head of La Hermandad, a powerful criminal organization. Many have tried to kill him, but none succeeded. His security detail is tighter than the president's. Creasy begins planning Fuentes' ambush. He scouts a perfect location, an elderly couple's home along Fuentes' route. When Fuentes' convoy passes by, Creasy fires an RPG at the lead vehicle, then descends and kills all of Fuentes' men using guns and grenades. He kidnaps Fuentes and drives him to an isolated spot beneath a highway overpass, away from helicopters and police surveillance. There, Creasy tells Fuentes that he has inserted a time bomb into his body and that it will explode in 5 minutes. Terrified, Fuentes pleads for his life and finally confesses. He admits he sabotaged the ransom exchange but claims the stolen bag only contained $2.5 million. The rest were scraps of paper. He also reveals the man who replaced the money with fake notes, Jordan Calfus, Ramos's lawyer. Moments later, the bomb detonates. Creasy then visits Jordan Calfus's house, only to find him already dead, floating lifelessly in his pool. In Jordan's study, Creasy finds a bank statement showing transactions involving Samuel Ramos's name. Creasy has Mariano verify the document and then goes to confront Ramos. Calmly, he asks Lisa if she knew about the kidnapping plan. Shocked, Lisa insists she knows nothing about it. Creasy then shows Ramos the evidence, and Ramos finally breaks down, confessing everything. He admits that he and Jordan plotted the kidnapping from the beginning, hoping to collect ransom money to pay off his company's debts, which were pushing him toward bankruptcy. Ramos was supposed to get $5 million, Jordan another $2.5 million, and the voice the remaining $2.5 million, after which Pita would be safely returned in 2 days. But he never expected the exchange to be sabotaged. Ramos also confesses that he killed Jordan himself after realizing the lawyer had deceived him. Horrified, Lisa screams and attacks her husband, unable to believe he would do such a thing, endangering their only child. She even begs Creasy to kill Ramos. Creasy instead gives Ramos a choice, to take his own life. He leaves him a pistol with a single bullet, the same one Creasy once used when trying to kill himself, the one that jammed. Creasy then walks away. Meanwhile, Mariano and Manzano trace the ATM card's owner and finally uncover the true identity of the voice, Daniel Sanchez. The card belongs to Daniel's wife, Reina Rosas, who hides in a slum with Daniel's brother, Aurelio Sanchez. Daniel himself is elsewhere, his location unknown. Creasy goes to Reina's house, but as soon as he arrives, Aurelio shoots him in the chest. Despite being wounded, Creasy manages to capture Aurelio. He then speaks to Daniel on the phone and demands a meeting. If Daniel refuses, Creasy threatens to kill his entire family, starting with Aurelio and Reina, who is 8 months pregnant. To prove his seriousness, Creasy shoots off Aurelio's fingers one by one until Daniel, terrified, realizes Creasy isn't bluffing. Panicked, Daniel offers a deal, life for a life. He will release Pita if Creasy exchanges her for Aurelio, and for his own life, as vengeance for Daniel's slain nephew. Shocked, Creasy asks for proof that Pita is still alive. He tells Daniel to ask Pita the name of her teddy bear. Daniel leaves the phone briefly, then returns with the answer, Creasy Bear. At that moment, Creasy knows Pita is truly alive. He agrees to the deal without hesitation. For the girl who brought light back into his life, Creasy is willing to sacrifice himself. He drives with Aurelio to the exchange site and calls Lisa to tell her that Pita is alive. At the bridge, Daniel and his armed men await, and indeed, Pita is there. The exchange begins. Pita runs as fast as she can toward Creasy. A look of peace and joy fills Creasy's face. He cannot believe he gets to see his little angel again, even if only for a moment. He tells Pita to go to her mother, who is waiting for her nearby. Daniel's men then take Creasy and load him into their vehicle. As the car drives away, the wounded Creasy closes his eyes and takes his final breath. He dies peacefully, knowing his mission is complete. He saved Pita and got to hold his little angel one last time. Sometime later, Manzano finally tracks down and kills Daniel Sanchez. And with that, the film ends.